Okay, this is for week 8. We are finally ready to install our Adobe Acrobat DC Pro software. And if you've been watching the announcements, as you'll see, you'll be receiving some reimbursement from KVCC for that. I'll go in more into that shortly here. So these are the installation instructions. Please pay very close attention to this as you are going to be entering a credit card if you're going to be using the software, and it's very important to pick the right one. Okay, we're just going to go through some key points of this installation. First of all, again, KVCC is reimbursing each of you for a 3-month subscription to this Acrobat DC Pro. That is actually software that does get loaded on your machine, but it's also a subscription as well, so it has a time limit. They should have gotten the checks printed earlier this week, at least that's what I was told, and I believe the amount would be for $74.97, which is $24.99 times 3 months. Now, I have noticed that they are charging 6% sales tax on the website, and I'm not sure if KVCC included the tax or not, as I am not receiving a check myself. You can let me know, or if one of what you want to let me know about that, you can. Um, Please follow these instructions very carefully. If you pick the wrong subscription, you can be stuck with a 1-year subscription, which you'll be billed for. So be absolutely sure that you follow these instructions. Okay, some additional notes as well. You are receiving a reimbursement for this software subscription. Uh, you are not obligated to subscribe to it. All students receive the same reimbursement, so that's up to you whether you actually use it or not. Also, the software only runs on machines that use Windows, Microsoft Windows, or a Mac OS. In other words, it only runs on PCs and Macs, or laptops and Macs. So what it doesn't run on are Chromebooks, tablets, smartphones, or iPhones. Last week's survey, the purpose of that was to find out if there could possibly be any technical issues for the various students, and there may be some if you have Chromebooks, so I will be contacting you to see if there are any potential problems with that. So you are being reimbursed for the 3 months of the subscription. It does require that you enter a credit card. There is no way around that. That is how Adobe operates. So everyone is responsible for canceling that subscription at the end of the semester, or they will continue to charge your credit card for the additional months. So make sure you do that, and make sure you do get, again, the monthly subscription, not the yearly. If you get the yearly subscription, they will bill you for the entire year. There's probably no way to get out of that once you've started that. So make absolutely sure that is the monthly subscription. It should be $24.99 a month. Okay, this is very important. I want to make sure that I say this several times. There are a couple of options with this subscription. There is a yearly subscription and a monthly subscription. Do not put down the yearly subscription. It shows to be a lot cheaper per month, but you will be obligated for the entire year. You must get the monthly subscription, or that's what you're being reimbursed for anyway. So make sure that you pick that. I'll be doing that on the screen on the video shortly. But again, make sure you select the monthly subscription. That should be the $24.99 per month. Okay, you can get to the Acrobat DC Pro subscription page from Moodle. I have a link there under Week 8 assignments. You can see the arrow pointing to where that link is. So if you click that, it will bring you up a window with the Adobe site where you can start your subscription to the software. Okay, here we are at the Adobe Acrobat DC plans and pricing screen. Now you should have been able to get to that from the link on Moodle. Please pay very close attention to this. There are a number of different plans. The ones that come up are annual plans. We do not want that. We're looking for the monthly plan. And that is more expensive, but that's what you've been reimbursed for. So note, Acrobat Pro DC, Windows and Mac. So it's particularly important if you have a Mac that you get this one. Note that the standard only works on Windows. We want the monthly subscription. So be sure before you continue that it says $24.99 a month free trial. And we're going to take that free trial by clicking on that, and we'll get 7 days before billing begins. Okay, so this is the next screen now. You're going to go ahead and put your email in here. Now, I would suggest that you use the Gmail account from this class that you created. However, you can also use any personal email you want. Do not use the KVCC email, as it will probably take any correspondence you get from Adobe and mark it as spam. So do not use your KVCC account. Again, use your account you made for this class or any personal account. That's up to you. Once you enter your email, go ahead and hit continue. And then we're going to go ahead and fill this form out and then continue from there. Okay, after entering your billing information, you would have clicked the button that says Start Free Trial. And you should get this information on your screen, allowing you to set your password. So we're going to go ahead and click that to set your password. Now this should all be keyed into whatever email account you entered for this. Okay, after entering your password, we're ready to install the software. So it should have done a download, and in Chrome you will see it at the bottom here. Now if you're running a different browser, particularly on a Mac, those downloads may show up in a different place on your browser. But in Chrome, it will be on the bottom, and if you click the arrow, in this case it's okay just to go ahead and click Open. And that gets us to the installer, and we're going to go ahead and say yes to that. And then it's going to want to authenticate the account. So we're going to go ahead and click continue at this point. Now, since I saved my sign-in credentials on Chrome, it automatically signed in. If you did not do that, you'll have to type in your email and the password you created, and then we'll continue on from here. For our installation, for the level, go ahead and select Beginner. Category on the bottom or near the bottom is Student, and use will be Myself Only, and click Continue. And then at this point you can start the installation by clicking the Start Installing button. Okay, just want to bring up here, I am running installation, and as you can see, it's actually been a few minutes. It's at 13.6%. It's a somewhat large software, so this may take a few minutes. It depends on how fast your computer is and how fast your internet connection is. So when that time finishes up, it should continue on the installation. Okay, so the installation is now complete. We should be now into the actual program, Adobe Acrobat Pro DC. It should say it up in the upper right hand or left hand part of the window there. And this is what we'll be working with for the remainder of the semester. It may also bring up a message asking if you want to make Adobe Acrobat DC Pro your default PDF application. That means that any PDF you open or click on will come up in this program. That's totally up to you. If you do say yes, it will come up with some additional screens that you may or may not be familiar with. So if you're not sure how to do that, you could just cancel out of that or say no. does not really matter either way. So this is what we'll be working with from here on out. I will point out that this installation took a little more than 30 minutes, and the PC this was done on is a pretty fast PC, and it's got pretty decent internet, so it still took about 30 minutes. So if you have a slower laptop or desktop, it may take longer than that. And also, if you do have any problems with installations, feel free to either email me or text me, and I'll get with you and give you a hand with that. Okay, a few final notes, very important. So this is a monthly subscription. All students are responsible for canceling that subscription at the end of the semester. If you don't, you will continue to be billed for that, so make sure you do that. You should be able to do it a little bit before the end of the semester, just after the third month has been billed. I will be sending out some additional instructions and reminders near the end of the semester, but again, reminder, you must cancel this monthly subscription at the end of the semester if you don't want to keep being billed for it. Okay, that completes our installation video for the software. At this point, you are ready to start lab number 2 and the additional labs as we continue on this semester. That software should be installed on your PC or laptop. You should be able to find the icon for that under Programs, and of course, you can save it to your desktop or quick launch if you want. Again, this completes the installation, so at this point you can go ahead and open the software. It's not already open, and take a look at the lab number 2 instructions for this week.